this video, we will demonstrate the protocol for 3D bond when it's used for socket grafting, also when we have a buccal plate deficiency. 3D bond actually is a short-term space maintainer. Therefore, this type of cement can be used only for socket grafting from first central until second premolar with or without buccal plate, or molar with existing septum. So in this case, for example, we are going to extract the second premolar. And here, as you can see, there is no buccal plate. Therefore, we must reflect the flap. And the protocol for flap reflection is very simple. What you do is a mesial vertical cut until 2 mm into the mobile, not more than this. Then you raise the flap until you see the entire defect. It's very important to see the entire defect. However, here we don't need a tension-free primary closure. Therefore, we don't do any horizontal dissection into the flap. Now we remove the granulation tissue and perform a complete debridement within the socket. And we stretch the soft tissue in order to see how much we can gain just by the mobility of the mobile mucosa. Now we prepare the activation of the 3D bond. We have in the application kit a syringe, a needle and a sterile saline, and we fill this syringe completely with a saline. Now we take the 3D bond from the blister, we push the piston until line number 1, remove the small cap, insert all the way down the needle and withdraw 1 mm back, then start ejecting the liquid until a small drop is coming out, then pushing the piston slowly in order to expel the liquid surpluses until we have a full resistance. Then we remove the cap and we eject it into the site. Now we take a dry gauze, and here, because there is no place for our finger, we use the spatula in order to compact the cement. We add another layer, again pressing for 3 seconds, not more than this. Now, since we use the half cc, in this case we need a little bit more, so we can use another syringe. Remove the cap, the small cap, insert all the way down the needle, start ejecting the liquid until a small drop is coming out. Then holding the wings and start pushing the piston to expel the liquid surplus until we feel a complete resistance. Then ejecting it again into the site, press firmly for 3 seconds. And we can slightly overfill. Press again for 3 seconds. Here we did it few times because it was quite narrow, the bond deficiency, so we wanted to compact the material within the entire defect. Now we can remove some excess, and as you can see, we stretch the soft tissue with absolutely no fear. We don't do any dissection. We don't want to have tension-free primary closure. We want to have the flap with tension, not tension-free. In that way, it is less invasive to the patient and it is not connected to the muscle. So during the healing period, there is absolutely no movement of the flap above the graft. Do not use any membrane or PRF above the graft. It must be in direct contact with the periosteum. Now, as you see, if we move the vestibule, there is absolutely no movement of the suture, which shows us that we are going to have a good success due to the stability of the graft. That's how it looks after soft tissue, after suture removal. That's how it looked in the CBCT. And here you can see the new vital bone that was built in that area, and we have a large amount of vital bone. 3 months post-op, soft tissue appearance, occlusal view. Now we need to place the implant, so we re-enter the case, and when we reflect the flap, we can see that everything was built by the patient own bone, 100% of regeneration due to the complete transformation of the material into the patient own bone. And this transformation occurs simultaneously. So now when you drill, normally we have at least type 2 bone due to the high calcification of the area. So again, remember, 3D bone cannot be used in larger defect, only in socket grafting with or without buccal plate from first central until second premolar or molar with a septum.